I think what AA did was rediscover Jesus' explicit emphasis on healing and transformation of persons and systems. Francis McNutt used to say that basically Jesus did two things. He taught and he healed. He taught and he healed. He healed and he taught. I put his newest book over here on the table. It's called, I think, The Almost Perfect Crime. What a clever title. And what he's referring to in his latest book, The Almost Perfect Crime, is how did we take Jesus, who is almost constantly involved in healing and transforming persons, and almost eliminate the word healing from our very Christian vocabulary. When I grew up, that was not a part of our... Even the anointing of the sick had become extreme unction. Get those last 10 minutes right. Remember? Extreme unction at the very end. Get that priest there and do the oil job, and this is going to get us to heaven, you know? Where it clearly, scripturally read, when you're sick on any level, invite the elders of the community in who will anoint you with oil. It was a lifelong healing sacrament. And we pushed the whole thing to the last 10 minutes of our life. How many movies and novels? The great, when the priest entered the room, I knew I was near death. All right? Whenever they call the priest, I know it's almost over. I'm just giving you very practical examples, how we have not been, by and large, concerned with healing of persons. It was by and large what I'm going to call a sin management system. Sin management. And of course, who were the managers? You got it, us, all right? We put people in win-lose situations with God instead of, as the 12 steps do and as Jesus did, and I'm going to use the word deliberately, using sin to bring you to God. Wow. I mean, that's the ultimate genius, all right? Now we've leveled the playing field. It's not a sin management system of who's worthy, who's unworthy, who's right, who's wrong, who's born again, who's going to heaven, who's in, who's out, who's up, who's down, all about winning and losing. It's the ultimate spiritual genius. I'm going to use even your mistakes. In fact, I'm going to especially use your mistakes to transform you. Nothing is wasted in what we call the economy of grace, the divine economy. Nothing is wasted. I'm going to use the worst thing to make you the best thing. Life isn't about avoiding the worst things. I know that's the way I was trained. I've learned most of my great messages by my mistakes, by my failures, by my humiliations, by my sins, by my stupidity. That's why I think the 12-step program is pure gospel. It rediscovered what was hidden in plain sight. The healing ministry of Jesus. Healing didn't shame people for being unhealed. Never. Show me one healing story where, first of all, he makes a prerequisite of belonging to any group. Let's just start with that. In fact, if you check out, over half of the people that Jesus heals are not Jews. They're not in his religion. They're not in the in-group. And he doesn't ask them to become Jews either. He doesn't say, go down and join the club. There's no evidence that he asks them whether they obeyed the 10 Commandments, right? Whether they had their first marriage annulled, right? There's no evidence of he checked out whether they were gay or straight. I mean, what? This Jesus person is really dangerous. All the checklists that we have to go through now just wasn't there. Wasn't the only, and don't believe me, just read the Gospels, the only requirement for healing was desire. That's it. Only spiritual desire. The little blind man by the side of the road, Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me. All right? Those are the people who get it. All you got to do is want it. You get the God you want, and God does not come unwanted. It's the Mary scene of the Annunciation endlessly replicated. Until we say, let it be, it does not be. It does not happen. God does not come into any situation uninvited. I believe God is present, but God is not able to be, it seems, active unless we enter into the dance. And when the God you desire, the God you want, the God you need, the God you long for is the God you will receive. If you don't expect, it will not happen. If you don't desire, it cannot happen. That's why the work of spirituality is by and large the creating and the stirring of spiritual desire. I hope this weekend does nothing more than that. Once we rejected the healing approach of Jesus, I think we committed inside of church the nearly perfect crime. It almost worked.